dun, 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 dun. Anyway, this is Martell. This interesting article I had to share with y'all for once. That actually caught my attention. I'm on Psychology Today, and that is the rise of lonely single man dating apps and drastically changing relationship landscape. Excuse me. My ass reflex acting up. But anyways, dating opportunities for heterosexual men are diminishing as relationship standards rise. Oh, that's typical and obvious in America. Yeah, American women, so called, have all these impossible standards that no average man can't compete. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got the 666. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, back to the topic at hand. Men represent approximately 62% of dating app users lower their chances for matches. Men need to address the skills deficient to meet their healthier relationship expectations. That you don't need to change who you are. I'm saying that the men, especially black men, or any man, you know what I'm saying. Let's be real. Just get a passport. You're not gonna find decent women in America. Even if you do, or even if you were, I'm very thankful for mine. But even that, to be a realist. How long would these relationships last? You know what I'm saying? And let's be realistic as men in America, though, or men of color. Who cares? I just don't care anymore. If you value relationships, get off America. Just leave the American trash bitches alone. You know what I'm saying? They don't appreciate men. They don't value men. So they don't expect to protect and value these women. You know what I'm saying? Or bitches, I should say. But anyways, back to the topic once again. Just get my thoughts out there. Younger, and middle-aged men are the loneliest they ever been in generations. It's probably gonna get worse. Oh, ain't that typical? This is not my typical rosy view of relationship reality. Nonetheless, over the last 30 years, men become larger portion of the growing group of long-term single people. And while you actually don't need to be in a relationship to be happy, man, typically happier and healthier when partnered. You need relations. You need some type of way of bonding. Well, since prostitution ain't legal, what else you gonna do? And since this FBI sting's waiting to happen, if you try to get an escort, no thank you. So of course, man ain't got no natural way to meet a woman. Why don't you just try to meet a woman at like any local spots and all that? Go to a coffee shop. It's too damn loud for one thing. You know what I'm saying? Go to a bar and club. I don't do bar and club. Too damn noisy. And some say, why don't you try to meet them at a library? How? They don't even look approachable. American women are not approachable. I said that many times. And I say here, American women are not approachable. Unless you want a Me Too movement waiting to happen. So that being said, let's go. Here's the free broad trends in the relationship and landscape that suggest heterosexual men are in a rough road ahead. Huh. I actually respect this post. Even I'm shocked. Anyways, dating apps, whenever you just started a date or recently divorced and date again, dating apps are a huge driver to new romantic connections in the United States, which we all know that's bullshit unless you want to go on Tinder and chase mutants and all that, and abominations and God knows what kind of drag form is going on in this country. So, of course, heterosexual men are frustrated. Then you have an incel problem. Obviously, let's go on. Let's see. Only problem that the upward 62% of users are men. Many women are overwhelmed with how many options they have. Oh, that's so obvious too. Women got unfathomable amount of options. Even the ugliest of bitches, even the woman that look like Shrek, even woman that ain't got no legs or one arm or missing limbs, anything, whatever. No teeth, buck tooth, anything, snagger tooth. Got mustache. Even they got unfathomable amount of options. It's disgusting what men in America had to deal with. And a lot of men are forced to be cut cleaners. I remember I talked to Trex about that too. At first, when I did that video, I'm going before I go into the video that men are forced to be cucks and simps. It's a sad fate unless you're gonna be an incel. You know what I'm saying? And boy, I know a lot of feminists don't like me. I don't like the media because I don't like double standards. But anyways, yeah. Wow. Competition online dating is fierce, and lucky in person chance encounters with dreamy partners are rare than ever. Yeah, you're not going to be a good woman in America. Let's just be real. Or I should say the West, but since I'm a black man in America, let's just keep it in America, shall we? Anyways, relationship stands with so many options. Not surprised that many women are creasing selected. I do a live TikTok show, and you can follow that on TikTok, speaking with hundreds of audience members every week. I hear recurring dating themes for women between the age of 25 and 45. Yeah, you get senior citizens. Only way you're gonna settle for a so-called woman in America unless you date single mothers, and you already know my thoughts about that. That's being a dead horse, a topic being a dead horse, but that's the cruel reality. Especially black men. I don't know about men or men of color. I just don't care. Anyway, they prefer men who are emotionally available, good communicators, and share similar values, which we all know that's bullshit. Skill defective for men. This means relationship gap that, if not addressed with likely a few dating opportunities, left patient for poor communication skills and longer periods of being single. Oh, bullshit. The problem for men, emotional connection is the lifeblood of healthy long-term love. Emotional connection requires all skills that families still not constantly teaching their young boys. What are they gonna teach? They're not. Of course, they're not gonna teach young boys, especially when they put them on drugs and all. They put them on kind of Ritalin and all. They put them on kind of God knows what they do to young boys nowadays, especially young boys coming up. They already deal with teenage pregnancy. And speaking on that, you're not gonna meet, like I said before, you're not gonna meet a decent woman in America. Even if you do, it's either they faking as hell, probably some hidden lesbos or whatever. Not being homophobic, I'm just saying for what it is. I'm just saying for tell what young men are dealing with, young boys. Of course, young boys ain't being taught anything. You know what I'm saying? They ain't raised with fatherly influences, positive male influences, which I'm very thankful for. It took a hard knock life. It took a lot of painful experience. Sad to say, there were relationships throughout 20 years or so, a little more than 20 years. It's a painful organization. Not to say that, but enough of my bullshit aside. Let's go. While there possibly no chance stemming the rise of unintentional single man, there's still good news. The arithmetic has become increasingly more complex on dating apps. Don't in other online platforms. Just don't use dating apps because they're all scam. Unless you want to pay Tinder or Bumble or whatever, hundreds of damn dollars just to talk to some bro that probably ain't real. You know what I'm saying? And plus, a lot of American women are standoffish, cliquish, disrespectful to men, feminazis. Men, especially black men. Let me just clarify before I really go on. This is interesting out here. On hands, I have not been using dating sites. Cause I'm currently in a relationship, but outside of myself, I feel bad for the modern day men what they have to endure and deal with. But once again, let's go on. Their recommend ticks are becoming increasingly more complex dating apps on the online platform. One benefited rate matches are on the rise. Oh, hence one day now found through beta trial that 90% of users rate their first date positively with 72 indicate one a second date. We all know that sounds like a job interview if you ask me. Which we all know, especially men in America, you just give up on American women. Just give up on American women. Just let them defend themselves. Let them become crazy cat ladies in retirement homes or nursing homes. Doesn't really matter. There's gonna be a lot of lonely women in America. They think it's funny and cute now to disrespect, reject men and all that. But I guarantee, give it like 20, 30 years, nobody ain't gonna care for these broads. Once again, I say this to black men or men of color, regardless or whatever, man. Just get a passport, because American women are finished. I don't care. Some say you just being over dramatic and all. They just jump to the conclusion. I don't give a damn. Do you really want to deal with the rotten crates of apples? Yeah, there might be some good apples, but at that point, who cares? Of those few good apples. And even if you do come across actual decent woman, most of them is already taken to marry out the gate any damn way. So yeah, I'm coming off a very bitter note, and I kind of meant this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing positive being lied, cheat, scam, played, con. You know what I'm saying? Basically, money and time being wasted. You know what I'm saying? Take this from me. All you need game. How men reap the benefit of arithmetic. I don't know how to pronounce it. My apologies. Level up your mental health game. That means getting some visual therapy. Bullshit. Oh, speaking of therapy, anybody want to pay $1,000 to talk to some worthless therapist? Seriously? Excuse me, I almost ready to sneeze. Excuse me. Whew. My deepest apologies. Address your skill gap. This means value on internal world, respecting ideals enough to communicate them officially. It means intimacy, romance, emotional connections worth your time and effort. Ultimately, we have opportunity to revolutionize romantic relationships, establish new healthy norms, starting with a first date. Yarn. That sounds like a job interview. Let's go on. It's like that some of these romances will be transformative and healing, disrupting generational trauma, and establishing a fresh culture of admiration, validation. Yee, that's all like straight up BS. Men have a key role in this transformation, but only if they go all in. It's going to take that kind of commitment to themselves, to their own mental health, and to the kind of love they want to generate in this world when we step up. What a cuck who wrote this. This dude's a cuck. Yarn. 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 Anyway, Martell's out, and I want to say my last words on this going back. Who the hell wrote this kind of garbage? Lonely single men. All I gotta say, just get a passport, man. Just get a passport. Just learn different languages. American culture is dead, or I should say, Western culture is dead. If you is a man that love women, just I don't care what color, what culture these women are. Just leave these bitches alone. You know what I'm saying? Martell's out.